And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be unlocking the second part of the Void Ark series, the something of something. Let's just call it that. And as always, hello from Mithrie, because some people call it the Weeping City of Wipe, because people have been wiping a huge amount on it since the patch came out for 3.3. So it's actually called the Weeping City, and yeah. So you have to have finished the Void Ark story, you have to have done Void Ark and finished all of the quests before you can unlock this one. So Stasia appears to be in need of your assistance. So Mithrie, I was just about to fly out to Ishgard and track you down. You remember Kaf Sif, that Mhachi familiar? We've been working with him on a plan to find Diablos and the Queen's Coffin. There's been Void Scent sightings from pirates all over. So we know that Batwing Bugger is hiding someplace in the sky. We just don't know exactly where. And as for going for pinpointing the location, Leofard and the Felon are bickering over just exactly how. That's where you come in. If you have a spare moment or two, we could use a third opinion to break the stalemate. Besides all that, Leofard's eager to have another hand to help in the search. So come on over to the Parok as soon as you're able. You know the way from here, don't you? Yeah, sure, totally. Yeah, I know exactly where to go. Yeah, whatever. The Parok. Is that the... Oh. Do I have to, like, go through this Red Bill standard? Yep. Well, at least I think I do. Yeah, that's the one. Let's go in. Nice. So this is basically like a secret pirate lair, essentially. That we can only come to as part of this Void Ark series. Okay, so let's talk to Stasia again. She says, "Thanks for coming. The captain and the cat are inside, still having their discussion. Talk to Leofard, will you, before I strangle the both of them." Okay, let's go in. Okay, cool. So, if you're here to ask about the Queen's Coffin, then you best turn around and walk straight out again. This aggravating furball turned my mood sour as month-old algo milf. Leofard, Mithrie's come all this way to help us, at your request I might add. She deserves to hear where we stand on the search at least. So the search is giving me ulcers, is what it is. By all reports, Diablos is lurking somewhere in the heavens, building up his forces. But the sky is a vast dome, as high as the ocean is deep. We've not the pirates to scour every damn floating rock. That's when I tried my luck with Radlia. You remember her, don't you? Captain of the Talons, blonde hair, one eye, dollar bloody compass. Well, I've been eavesdropping with that link pearl I slipped into the casing, hoping to catch something useful, but all I've heard from her and her sorry crew is snoring, grumbling, and japes about the Archbishop's holy nevers. In the end, it seems that we've no choice but to do this a hard way, but a certain mewling annoyance refuses to acknowledge the truth of it. You cannot possibly hope to investigate the entire sky with this meager handful of never-do-wells. I find my suggestion to seek aid from your fellow pirate gangs a perfectly reasonable one under the circumstances. Ah, stow it, you mangy alley cat. You've not the faintest idea how sky pirates operate. Best case scenario, we've been locked into a deal to hand over any treasure we find, and that's assuming we weren't laughed out of the room to begin with. You cannot assume that every man and woman shares your base morality. If we but made the attempt, I am sure we could convince some few of the nobility to our cause. And so it goes round and round. Knowing pirates as I do, I find myself siding with the captain on this. But what of you, Mithrie? Any thoughts on the matter? We should handle this ourselves. We should seek aid from other crews. Keep your silence. Seek aid? What? You're siding with the furball? I would have thought you'd have learned a thing or two about sky pirates by now. However, we tackle things though. We've a long road ahead of us. I'll see if I can't think of a better way to shorten it. You might as well head back to your adventures, Mithrie, unless you're willing to lend us your experience in another matter, that is. Utata, our chief engineer, has been mumbling about the Void Ark, cursing under his breath for days. Might be as you can provide some insight into her dilemma. She is conducting her research in the Sea of Clouds, yes? Well, I should rather discuss the properties of the Void Ark than continue with this fruitless debate. I shall see you down there, Mithrie. Awesome. Okay. So, let's now go to Utata in the Gauntlet. I like this area, it's pretty cool. I wonder if they're going to keep it unlocked so we can come visit this area whenever we like. Or if it's only for this quest. I guess we'll find out. Where's Utata? Oh, okay. So I should just leave. Utata's over there. And in case you're wondering what these 24-man dungeons are like, they're basically the equivalent to the Crystal Tower series that was in Realm Reborn. So in Realm Reborn, there's Labyrinth of the Ancients, the Psyker's Tower, and then the World of Darkness. So for this one, we have the Void Ark. Now the Weeping City is the second part, but there will be a third part to finish it off before the next expansion. I do wonder what the third 24-man's going to be like. So, and it's nice as well that they are increasing the difficulty, because if they don't, then people will just complain that the game's too easy. Simple as that. So, yeah. Let's see. Okay, we're almost there now. To Utata. Okay, here's Utata and here's Kafsif. Do they speak? So what troubles you, Mistress Utata? You were told that some matter regarding the Void Ark was causing you no small measure of grief. Whoa. Okay. Well, Kafsif is getting the life hugged out of him. Mistress Utata, what are you... Lol. Ah, I feel so much better now. Yeah, just hug a cat. It's a really nice feeling. So my apologies, Kafsif. You had the misfortune to enter my field of view just as I felt the intense desire to squeeze something warm and fluffy. Oh. So, is this damnable ecto-compass? I made another one, you see, identical in all respects to the first compass that Radia stole. But look, it points to a completely different direction to where the Void Ark should currently be. I don't understand what I did wrong. I used the same plans, the same parts. I can imagine that would be infuriating. And you are certain that there are no flaws in the design or materials? Positive. I've tweaked and adjusted and replaced every single piece, but it refuses to function as intended. I'm on the verge of tossing the blasted thing over the edge. What do you make of this, Mithrie? Okay, I don't think the compass is broken. Something may have happened to the Void Ark? I haven't the slightest idea. I mean, the compass is probably just pointing to the second place. So yes, I am inclined to agree. Judging by your previous work, it would seem unlikely the compass itself is defective. We must consider other factors. Might you explain to us the principle by which the ectocompass tracks the Void Ark? It all comes down to a ferric signature. I discovered that the Void Ark is encompassed by an energy of peculiar composition. So I simply turned the compass to follow its unique trail. Maybe the trail was inside the coffin. An energy of peculiar composition, you say? Of course, the Void Ark was propelled by the siphoned energies of Void Scent. Could it be that the compass was tracking not the vessel itself, but the aether of the entities imprisoned within? Well, yeah, it seems likely. That would certainly explain why the compass now points to a different direction that one would expect. After all, Diablos and the Shadow Queen are no longer on board the Ark. Are you implying that if we plotted a course based on the readings from the ectocompass, we would arrive on the demon's doorstep, so to speak? Just so, Mistress Utata, assuming my theory is correct, we no longer require the outside assistance to pursue our elusive quarry. A link pearl? So, Stasia, what perfect timing. You won't believe the wonderful discovery we've just... So, Talon airships have been spotted en route to our nest. It's revenge they're looking for. We'd best head back and make ready for them. So it's nice that they have added plenty of story around these 24 mans. It's not just a case of, okay, you've unlocked the dungeon, go do it. There is story involved. Okay, let's talk to Leofard. So, truce, Red Bill. We need your help to save Captain Radlia. You're one of Radlia's favorites. You threatened my crew, steal our compass, and now you come crawling to me for help? What kind of unholy mess have you cretins stumbled into? We took your damn compass, but it didn't show us to the ghost ship. We ended up at some moldy old ruins, lousy with void scent. Before we knew it, some sort of spider demon was knocking our ships out of the sky. The two of us managed to pull away, but we saw what happened to them as got caught on the ground. If the captain survived the massacre, he stuck there with no wings to fly out again. Why don't you give the Link Pearl a listen, Captain? Might be as we can learn if Radlia is alive or dead, at least. Okay. So much buzzing, can't hear a blasted... Wait, I'm getting some words. They're after Mhachi artifact. Damn demons are searching. Hide. And then a bunch of screaming. It seems Radlia is still kicking for now, but who knows for how long. If those screams were an act, then consider me fooled. Don't think the Talons are laying a trap here. I've half a mind to leave Radlia to her fate, but I never turn my back on an adventure, especially when the scent of treasure is in the air, eh? Now tell me where you found these ruins. You'll help us send? You're a good man, Red Bill. We left the captain in the Yefayam Saltmoor, just northwest of Mordona. In Yefayam, you say? Then you must speak of the ruined shell of Mhach itself. By Shoshota's black hair, could they be after the Null Stone? What's that, Puss? You think you know what those fiends are after? Yep. So, right, Utata, see that these talons are patched up. Then have the Ramel ready to fly. And don't spare the oil. You know I love to hear her purr. Mithrie, Stasia, bring the furball to my quarters and we'll have ourselves a chat about our impending trip to Old Mhach. Nodding simulator. That cheesy smile. Right. So let's speak to the dude in his chambers. Assuming this is the right way to the chambers. Maybe not. Doesn't even seem clear where we're supposed to go. Okay. Well, I mean, it says here's Leofar's chambers, but it's not actually give us an indication if it's the right way to go. Maybe that quest is broken, that quest mark is broken. Yep, the quest mark is broken. It doesn't actually say to come in here. Because it just did at the beginning of the quest. So, right, Phobo, let's hear about this artifact that Diablos is looking for. If I am to speak of the Nullstone, then I must first explain the method by which the Mhachi sorceresses would bind the Voidsent into service. The more powerful the Voidsent, the more difficult it is to manifest its presence in this world. Their own immense strength weighs them down like an anchor, you see, preventing them from breaking the surface of our dimension. And that is why they cooperate with mortal sorceresses. A mage can provide a suitable vessel for the summoning, or rip a large enough hole into the fabric of reality for the entity itself to step through. And let me guess, the mage forces the Voidsent to agree to a pact in return for the invitation into our world. That is correct, but it would be foolhardy to expect such devious and malevolent creatures to abide by the spirit of even the most carefully worded contract. Thus did the Mhachi Magi construct an occult device that would more securely bind the Voidsent to their will. A safeguard of sorts. That is the best of the knowledge that lies entombed within the remnants of the ancient city. The Nullstone was seen as a last resort. Should a Voidsent break its pact and turn on its summoner, the mage could use the relic to disperse the very essence of even the most potent entity, obliterating it completely. I can't see the royals of the Void taking too kindly to a threat like that. Seems that those sorcerers were just as ruthless as the monsters they summoned. When it came to the glory of Mhach, the end satisfied the means, and in any event, we can be certain that Diablo seeks to secure the Nullstone before it falls into mortal hands, and thereby ensure the Skatchach will reign unopposed. Some of these names are just so hard to pronounce. Alright, we know what the fiends are after, but what I don't understand is why such a valuable relic was left behind when the mages knew a colossal flood was on the way. Its value was the very reason they chose not to risk its location. The Nullstone is kept within a structure constructed for the purpose, secured behind powerful wards and protected by deadly guardians. And with the rising of the waters, they reasoned that the artifact would be sunk along with the city, far beyond the reach of vengeful Voidsent. But now what your fame is more swamp than sea, the demons only have the wards and the guardians to deal with, and I doubt they'd be wasting their time down there in the mud if they didn't have some trick to break through the wards. This has become a race to see who can nab the treasure first, which is just the sort of contest the Sky Pirate lives for. Cheesy smile every single time. So we slip into the ruins, pinch the relic, then rescue Ralia right under the fiend's noses. Well, I suppose we could save her life while poking around for loot. I'll grab the new compass from Yutata so that we know where we're going. Check your weapons, pack your small clothes, and meet me at the landing when you're ready to fly. I do actually wonder what the item level requirement is going to be to do this dungeon. It would be kind of sad if I actually can't get in. Okay, let's talk to Leofard. So we'll fly directly to Yafim from here. Once we arrive, you forge ahead with your band of adventurers, as you did on the Ark Mithrie, just slicing into the depths until you reach the Nullstone. We don't want to risk getting knocked out the sky like the Talons, so we best land a little ways out from the ruins and head in on foot. The Furbolg says he knows the place well enough to guide you, so me and the Red Bills will follow behind on rescue duty. You concentrate on smashing a path through to the artifact. We'll check the nooks and crannies for Radlia and her crew. Don't let your guard down once you reach the ruins, alright? There's little golems as such in there, what are worse than the fiends outside, and we wouldn't want our hero losing her head now, would we? Nope. Okay, so we've now unlocked the Weeping City of Mhach. That was a really long unlock quest. So anyway guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, favorite and subscribe for more. And the next episode is going to be hopefully us clearing the Weeping City of Mhach. So anyway guys, that's it for now, and I'll see you next time. And goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie.